Okay, today we're going to assemble the 150-pound Valco poly hopper. The poly hopper is a nice lightweight plastic. It's easy to handle. This comes in two different ways to order it. You can order it that it's pre-assembled, so the cones are already assembled, and you'll put the top brackets on and the bottom bracket, or you can order it as a flat piece, so then these two plastic parts of the bin are going to be shipped flat, which is a little nicer if you're ordering one at a time. If you're ordering more, I think they'll have multiple stacked in together if you order them assembled. Okay, so the parts you should get with the poly hopper are two of the short top brackets, two of the long brackets, one cross member, the bottom collar, the piece that goes on the base, two wire attach brackets, a bag of hardware, and the instructions. To put this together, you need just basic tools, half-inch ratchet or impact, half-inch wrench. So when you're installing the bolts into the flat panels, you want to make sure the head of the bolt is on the inside of the bin so that you don't interrupt crop flow. So you might want to make sure that each of the bolts have the rubber seal washer on it. So this is the outside with the Valco decal, and we'll put these bolts right in the inside. So now that we have the bolts installed in the flat panels, we're going to put these together. I'll start at the top, but I'm going to leave the nut off the top one because we'll use that for the bracket later. So just work your way from the top, work your way down. Make these each finger tight, wire assembly together. That way it can move and float until it reaches its comfortable position. Okay, now that we have the first set of bolts and nuts on, we're going to roll this around, and we're going to start at the top and work our way down, adding the nuts as we go. So I'll just place these in here, start with the top one. We'll pull this top one out again later so we can put the top bracket in. Now we can work this together and just work the nuts down through by hand as you go. Now that we have the cone shape made, it's still rounded, but we need to put the top brackets on. The short brackets align with the seam, so you want to start with that. The brackets go on the outside of the hopper with the flat facing in. You want to start in the center again, and then squeeze these together with your thumb and start to form the square shape at the top. Next, I'm going to put the long brackets on the top, again starting in the center and working myself across. And then we'll put the last top bracket on. Again, starting in the center and working our way out. Remember to put the wire lift brackets on as you're going through the long brackets. Now that we have the bin together and the top rails on, we need to put the collar on the bottom of the bin. The collar has notches at 180 degrees. The notches have to line up with the seams. So what we'll do is we'll drop this on. You see the slotted holes here. We'll drop it on and twist it and get it into each of the bolts. When we do this, we want to make sure that each of the bolts is fully engaged in the slot before we put hardware on it. We have all the hardware in and finger tight. I'm going to take the impact and lightly tighten everything up. You want to be careful not to over tighten and compress the plastic. Next, we're going to put the hopper base onto the base assembly. So there's already slots in here and welded studs on the back of the base assembly. So we'll just drop that on. And we're using the 2 nylon lock nuts that came with the kit. And we'll just slip these on. And snug those up. So you see these are spring-loaded conical washers, and the bottom of the hopper has a cam in it. So we'll drop this large section over these 2 of the spring washers, and then we'll roll it shut until we reach the detent on here. So we'll just drop it on. And then just give it a turn till it locks into detent, and then it's just about ready to go. The last piece is to drop the cross member in, and that has kind of self-locking to it, so you just pull this together and drop it in. So then when you get to the end of flock, you just turn this out and lift it up. It's very sturdy. You can do your cleaning in the barn. And that is the plastic hopper. So it has some knockouts in it. You can use whichever you need. You can put your feed tube in. You can tie it off to the cross brace. And you should be ready to go.